You clicked on this because you're trying to learn a new language, but you want to see more progress moving forward. Or you're just curious to know how this will work. At the very beginning, I want you to know something. The level of fluency that you're looking for in that target language, it is achievable and you will get there. You want proof for it? My mother tongue is Farsi. Look how I'm speaking English. C'est pareil pour le français et l'espagnol. Des fois, on me prend pour une française. Let me tell you what this video is not about. We're not going to talk about any of those language applications out there, not even a notebook needed. So none of the boring stuff. I'm about to explain to you in 4 practical steps how anyone is able to learn any new language naturally. And by naturally, I mean you reach the level where you no longer need to think and structure the phrase before you're speaking. It just comes to you naturally. Before we get to the step-by-step plan, I'm just about to share with you 4 truths that we all need to know and accept in order to be able to follow the steps of the plan for today. Truth number 1, immersion, as you've all heard of as one of the best ways to learn a new language, does not only mean you need to physically be in an environment where your target language is spoken. There are other ways to it, which we're going to see today. Truth number 2, we need to take full responsibility in the language learning process. We don't want to rely on a specific teacher or on a course we're taking or whatnot. We need to accept that we are the only responsible to get this done. Truth number 3, which is not that pleasant to most people, is that, listen, there is no shortcut. It's just not the way it works when it comes to language proficiency. Unless you're some rare genius or you only need like a basic level in the target language, language learning takes time. We only need to accept this as a truth. Once we accept it, here comes the beauty. What if I told you 6 months from today's date, your listening and speaking skills are going to increase miraculously by only following the 4 steps I'm about to explain to you? No extra time needed, no money spent. Which brings us to the 4th and last truth, which is set the date. So you're going to take 6 months from today, if you're listening and watching this video, by the end of January 2023, you're going to set a date that you like, by the end of July 2023. Why? Motivation plays wonders here. You need that to stick to the plan. These 4 truths being said, we're going to get to the fun stuff now. 4 steps you're going to take starting today to improve your language skills in only 6 months. Step number 1 is identifying your spare time. And I know you're all busy. I know you're not lying on the couch doing nothing all day long. We're all busy, but let's be honest. We all have several moments, if not hours, in every single day while we're doing something, but we do have an opportunity to learn at the same time. Let me explain this to you. Think of the time when you're driving, cooking, cleaning, waiting in a lineup, or even over the phone to reach a certain department. That takes time, and it's a huge amount of time during the day for each and every one of us. And believe it or not, some of us spend a lot of time scrolling even in the bathroom. So add that in too. To help you sort this all out, I've created a free PDF file you could download right now. The link is in the description, which will help you find exactly your spare time and your interests. Just download it now. This will help you during this video. Step number 2, find your interest. What I mean by this is, what would you like to do when you're not on an obligation? Are you a music lover? Do you like celebrities' lives? Do you like some type of art, volunteering, helping others, watching Netflix, getting involved in the community? Whatever it is, you need to know it. Find that for you. Step number 3, dive into the real world from day 1. No stress. No one is watching you. No one is judging. You're on your own. The truth is, you're not going to progress in a foreign language with only learning material. You need that real world material, and I'll tell you why. So basically, what we want to do is to merge the 3 steps all together. And I'm about to explain you exactly how to do that. Don't forget to download the PDF file. It's free. It's going to help you see how these steps fit into your life. So the bottom line is, we're going to identify our spare time. We're going to find our interest, and we're going to dive into the real world. But what does that really mean? Say, I love cooking. I just enjoy cooking, which is not true. But next time, when I'm going to look up a recipe, it's going to be in my target language. Once I get into that kitchen and I'm starting to do the cooking, which I enjoy, I'm going to listen to a cooking podcast. Or probably I'm going to listen to it while I'm driving back home. Or I'm going to find a cook that I love, who speaks the target language, obviously, on social media. I'm going to follow them so that their content appears on my feed and I can read it while I'm scrolling. It could be a whole bunch of things. It's not only limited to this. It could be music, could be recipes, as we said. It could be a football game, YouTube videos, anything that you find in this world. There is a whole bunch of resources out there. And I know what you're thinking right now, that you won't even understand what they're saying. Right. That is the main point to it. Let me ask you 2 questions here. Does a newborn understand his mother tongue from day 1? No. Question number 2, do we talk to that newborn based on his understanding, or do we teach him any grammar? Obviously not. The difference here is our brain is a lot more developed than theirs, meaning we can take in all the information intentionally. Even if we understand only 20%, that's fine. The adult human brain will record all that 80% that you're not understanding in the subconscious mind. And then it's going to beautifully play it back to you in the right circumstances. Meaning, by the end of 6 months, at least 6 months, your understanding, if it's now about 20%, will go to more than 50%. That's huge. And when it's your turn to speak, you'll just know the sentence you're about to say is grammatically correct, and you'll say it with a right pronunciation. It'll just come to you naturally. Last step, which helps us bundle this whole thing up, is step number 4. Be curious. Yes, be curious, but not too much. If there's a word that you're repeatedly hearing and is new to you, don't let this grow in your mind and be a huge mystery. Go look it up. That's fine. It might even be the missing part of the puzzle that you're looking for, and it might allow you to understand that whole context a lot better, which is good. But avoid going after words. I don't want you to look up 20 words a day. That's just not what this whole thing is all about. Keep in mind that the newborn has no other resources than the context itself. There is no dictionaries for them to go look it up. There is no Google. So all you need to do is do your part, trust your system to do the rest for you, and it will. I want you to practice this daily. Don't skip a day. Let it be at least an hour a day, all combined. If it's a 10-minute there or 15 minutes there, no problem. And do it intentionally. So don't just hear what they're saying, but listen to what they're saying. You are going to see the difference. I can't wait to read your comments below about your thoughts and probably the results you're going to bring back to me, even if it's after July 2023.